Gopal from Plugin India, and welcome to our Kabira podcast. And we have with us Jehbir ji, and he is the head of Kabira Mobility, which is based out of the lovely city of Goa. We would like to start a discussion with a little bit about your background. So you come from Rohtak and you work with the Indian Navy, and now you're into electric vehicles. So tell us the journey so far.
Mr. Atul, it is a journey very simple. I was born in a village in Haryana, and my native place is in Rohtak district. Maham is my tehsil nearby, and a village, small village, Bhenimato. I'm a farmer family, and I really love my agriculture business. It is unfortunate that I cannot be there in the for more time. After that, I was brought up and studied in that village and all, and I moved to major city for my college around Rohtak, and there we boarded a train for military, and I joined in the Indian Navy.
So Navy के बाद क्या हुआ? What kind of, so you did not fight wars, so you decided to fight wars in the marketplace in some sense.
I was very fixed to the something for the nation, and something means which is not normally available for the nation. Then initially I was given an opportunity. After my retirement, I was searching for the job, and one of my relative people, they were having some packaging unit. I asked them to, can I take responsibility something? So they given me small responsibility, which was a sick unit. And out of the sick unit, in the military person, they were looking that he cannot do it. So give the what is unspecified. Well, no one can do that. So that sick unit was given to me that let him go away. Directly no kyun bolte hain. Let him go away himself. So then I had taken over that. Immediately when I taken over, I find a lot of disturbance there. A lot of people boycott me and all. I myself stepped down as operators level things, and then moved something better subject, and we solved that issues. We made that sick unit into a good profit making, and that was the turning point for me. The management started accepting that this guys can do something. So I made that unit to one of the best unit in Goa, and we expanded at least 4 to 5 times. We moved much bigger space, and we cleared all liabilities and all the things. So this was the major subject, and then we got more trust. I was given this role, electrical vehicles, which was
it's the same group. It's the same group still.
Same group. It was a classic group company only. Studied what segment is required to be addressed first. So even I'll tell you, people do not understand the subject, but I would like to tell Mr. Atul at least. We studied first project was school college, and students do not have any mobility as on dates. They are using adult vehicles, high speed bikes, and all in college only. School at all they do not have. If some people have, that is a cycle. Cycle for the very young generation, they have hilly area, they have different terrain condition, road condition, unsafe. So they may not be, all people are not preferring their child. So there should be some mobility which is easy to use and should be safe and sound and should be. So we studied that, and we made a series called Colegio series. Low speed.
Low speed.
Basically, the low speed is purely for students and all. It is not for the people like me and you, and who are the daily office goers and all. But it is a misuse. That is a different subject. But this, we developed some 3 projects, Colegio, that is purely for student and school college. They have to go maximum 5-10 kilometers and come back.
These scooters are there, and then what is very interesting is the entry into motorcycles that you have kind of got into now. And see, in India, as far as electric vehicles is concerned, there are not too many motorcycle players. There are a lot of scooter players. So what do you think is the reason for that, Jehbir?
See, we have to stay in automobile industry and two-wheeler industries. Two-wheeler industry, we need to understand what is the public actually needs, what the segment it is based, and it is mostly driven by the youngsters. And what youngster like, that is the first priority for us. The youngster like the bike, and that also if the sports bike or something more pleasing or more appealing sort of thing. Look should be very different. They should be high speed. Our product, which we launched the bike, considering this requirement, because this is the driving force for any two-wheelers segments. Scooter is not the driving force. They are doing good. I'm not denying that thing, but the bike is the driving segment and the driving component which take the two-wheelers basically for the ride. So we considering that we have launched these two bikes, and looking in the sports segment, we have delivered that. That mostly people look sports type, either full varied or naked version. It is all depend upon the again two type of mind of people. So we have developed on that basis, and they are both thrilling. Our speeds driven, we have achieved a speed more than 150 kilometer an hour, which is beating any petrol bikes. Normal bike, I can say at least 125 cc or less than 200 cc sort of bikes we can beat very well on the road. We have even tested with the bullets and all. First 100 meter, they cannot compete with our products. It is something very different, and but we have done that.
Okay. So, let's talk a little bit about the technology that goes into the making of your vehicles, especially the motorcycles. So, you've gone ahead and used a hub motor versus a mid-drive, So, any particular rationale for that? Because as far as heat management is concerned, mid-drives are easier to extract heat, and you have an 8 kilowatt motor. I don't know whether that is peak or nominal. But, in extended running, how do you kind of, what was the thinking behind having a mid-drive versus hub? How do you take that decision?
So we had both the option, but first, if you can, this BLDC motor and hub motor was a challenge. We cannot get the speed. Heat management is still not big issue, I feel so. If you get a right component, what is specially developed by Delta EV, so heat is not the right problem. It's going around 80 degree, 90 degree, something which is acceptable. And natural cooling is there in this product. So not becoming so much harder. So we tested both the version, but we found if the BLDC and hub motor is suitable and can achieve this much with a 92% efficiency, so that makes sense. Means the battery consumption can be sizable and space of the battery is biggest available with us. So made both the things happening in that way, and we did that.
Okay.
Choosing
now
the motor.
Coming to the battery, you've gone ahead with LFP exclusively for all the scooters as well as the bikes. So any rationale for why LFP?
LFP is more safe, more charging cycle, because India first looking the range, because we have to replace the petrol vehicle. Petrol is available anywhere. Now today this system is not available, but at least a person who is driving, he should be safe at least whatever the range he target, 100 kilometer or 150 kilometers. So we have provided the maximum range and life also. There before buying any bike, people are considering कब तक मेरे को change करना पड़ेगा, कितना देती है, यानी that type of words. So we thought of let's give a more life component, and they have minimum charging cycle life is 2000 charging cycle. In a year, we have around 300. So at least you can say around 7 years. So we are given warranty of 3 years, and the remaining can be extended based on the performance and all. Okay. So that is why we choose. And third thing is the fire, which is happening in NMC. Every alternate day, we can see some electrical vehicle got fired, and that gave negative impact to the entire industries and safety also. So we consider that subject equally and decided not to go for that type of subject, which is more risky and less life.
One more thing which is kind of related to manufacturing now is, I believe the battery packs are being assembled by you in-house only.
Some battery packs are being assembled by us. Some are being imported. Imported बोला था हमारे vendors हैं, Pune and Delhi. They are importing cell and they are manufacturing for us and sending to us.
Okay.
So now,
I would want to understand from you as a manufacturer, what are the areas of manufacturing that you would like to retain, and what are the parts which you normally get vended out? Or is it totally a vended operation and where you're concentrating only the design, assembly, and sales?
No, we have like assembly line. We are trying to integrate in our main manufacturing line. We are putting 4-line project, and it is already gone into production. We are trying to integrate the assembly line, the chassis line, so that the same time chassis line can be assembled and the transportation cost and final product can be controlled somewhere. In a pipeline, when the bigger space available with us, then we will be going for the battery assembly line also in the line.
Okay. So these are the two. Correct. The chassis and the battery is the part that you want to build in-house, and the rest will probably be vended out items.
Yes, sir. Normally,
so you talked about the motors coming from Delta. Delta, I believe, is a Taiwanese company. So do they have an assembly operation here in India, or is it coming directly from Taiwan?
Delta EV is an Indian company, and they have some technology tie-up with some Delta or someone, and they are providing this product to us. And these products were specially developed as per our requirements. They had a lot of research and development on that products because many things are there to generate that speed and power. And that all were done by us, including controllers. The powertrain is purely from Delta. We given our specification, they have developed that product. And they are assembling in India.
Okay. Now, one of the things that you did, which is a bit surprising, is that you already set up a second factory. You had one in Goa, and then you ended up setting up one in Dharwad again. So, what was the reason for the multiple geographies?
No, Goa we have the head office, and during when we started this, COVID was striked. So our factory was getting delayed at Dharwad. Basic operation has to be in Dharwad only because Dharwad is an automobile segment. Like near, if you say Bangalore, Pune on this highway. So a lot of automobile industries relatives are there, even the Tata Motors are neighbors. So that was the main subject, main place selected by us. But during COVID period, we could not construct the factory very fast. So because of restrictions and all, so we moved for one line to start and meet our requirement from Goa. And that immediately, that bigger operation is started almost. So we will be moving and winding up this space from Goa. That was a gap meeting solution.
Okay, got it. Now coming to the build quality, I kind of rode the bike in Delhi, and I was just seeing a few reviews also. People are a bit disappointed that thoda sa rattle aa raha hai ye wo. So any particular thing that you have in mind for improving that? Because otherwise, as far as design is concerned, I think it's got that ninja kind of design, and kind of very eye-catching. But build quality is something which we were a bit disappointed with. Any particular thoughts on that?
It is all challenging for everyone. Like who enter, like even Bajaj entered one day, he might have faced the similar problem. Any player who come into the industry, they have to pass through certain challenges, I'm sure. And we have to pass through all the challenges. Now, I'll tell you, the battery pack is the subject. I think the rattle sound and all, it is completely aluminum chassis, that battery pack is there. So that was not fitted. So by the time it is replaced, the mass manufacturing will come this one, that will come in with the aluminum battery packs. That will find every solution over there. And this were on short notice. We joined the Auto Expo. Some people has requested users join, and short notice that level of perfectness, I think somewhere maybe they're not equipped well there in Delhi, and because of any restriction, we could not.
So when can we see the actual production vehicles coming onto the road for the motorcycle specifically?
Actual production vehicles have started coming at Dharwad. This was a little gap or the short notice. That is what was the restriction little to us, and now these vehicles are coming out. And we have very good opinion. Whoever has driven that vehicle, no, they are very satisfied. They are very happy.
Okay, so now couple of more questions before we kind of wind up. So, in one of the interviews that you've given at Delhi, you had mentioned something about doorstep service. So, is that something which you kind of dealer is kind of not really required to provide service, or how is that thing going to work?
Normally, service will be extended to the dealers only. We are coming with Pan India dealership, and there is an exclusive outlet there. And all service normally provided by the dealers only. But what we do, we train our engineers, plus we train to the college students also. If they want to become freelancer engineer, they can join our wagon. They will be uploaded on our mobile apps, and they can be traced by any person like me and you. They can just request the service. They can come down and do the service at doorstep also. And even we are trying all the garage people who are educated on the trained on the petrol vehicles and all, IC engine and all. We are training them also to make sure that they start attending the electrical vehicles. And it's very common, it's better because I believe the IC engine ecosystem took some time, maybe 5 years or 10 years or whatever the thing to grow that level. But we have to contribute something to make this ecosystem working. So we are doing all sort of steps. We are going even to the university students, ITIs. We are extending our training session. Very concessional sort of 250 rupees sort of thing is very and 2-week course and all, so that they get more engaged with that. So those works are going on, and mainly thing will happen from college and school side. The time they accept, next generation will readily come with the electrical vehicles mindset. Right. Now we can say like we have already crossed the areas where we need to learn and all, but at least the new generation is in the college. If we can educate them, they will make bigger changes.
Right. In fact, JBG, very excited. I had a fantastic first ride on the vehicle, and I believe you promised that once your Pune dealer gets the bikes, you will be giving Plug in India this bike for some extended review. I hope that happens in February sometime, and we would like to kind of come up with an extended review of the vehicle. And one of the things that viewers always ask about motorcycles is range, because there have been some other players where they promised a certain range but they've not been able to deliver on that. So we'll kind of cross our fingers and hope that at real life highway speeds we are able to get 100 kilometer plus kind of a range, but I will not take your word for it. Okay, but very exciting to have you over here, sir. And thank you very much for joining, and looking forward to seeing the bike and hopefully meeting you in Goa one of these days. Bye.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Atul. We have a good opportunity. We will be certainly extending whatever the possible help from our end. And I'm sure you'll be very happy to see the products in field. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.